For the last 6 months, you guys have been wondering what this TV was all about, and we finally got it here live in the studio. This is the new Hisense U8K. This TV has plenty of features that we all been looking for, up to 1500 nits of peak brightness, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and up to 144 gaming rates. So on this video, we're going to go and get out of the box and get a first look, and then later on, I will compare it against some competitors and do a full review. So let's get right into it. Okay, so in the box, it comes with these feet, and they are made out of metal, as you can hear right there. And then it comes with this little package right here that includes your instruction book, power cord, remote control, and there's some batteries in there. And this is becoming a common theme that all these TV manufacturers put these in front of the screen to protect it while it's being shipped. So take a look at the bottom of it. There's two different mounting options for the feet. So if you have a wider base, you can put it here, and this is for something a little bit more narrow. Here's the speaker on the TV, and total, this TV does have 50 watts, plus it has a subwoofer. And then if you come over here, there's a little press button so you can get through some of the main menu options like your power channels and your volume. So to mount the feet on, it's just 2 screws on each side, you're ready to go. Plus they have these little grooves in here for wire maintenance. Now looking at the back of this TV, it's very stealthy looking, and one thing that I noticed that's different is that it has these little flaps right here that almost appears to be like hood scoops. So I'm wondering if there's speakers behind there to give you more of that surround sound effect. Over here you're going to find your power cord input, there's a subwoofer, and it has plenty of inputs. So over here we're going to find a USB, there's a serial input so you can use it for calibration software and service techs. Over here we have 4 HDMIs, and one thing I want to point out is that it has 2 HDMI 2.1s, and this is available for 144 Hertz, and it has 2 HDMI 60 Hertz. Over here we have antenna input, which is the new ATSC 3.0. You have a auxiliary input and a headphone jack. You're also going to get a LAN connection input, fiber optic output, and a second USB, plus this TV does have Wi-Fi built right in. And even though it does have the inputs we like, if you happen to have 2 gaming consoles and a soundbar, you might be disappointed because you'll have to run one of your consoles at 60 frames per second, which is a little bit of letdown, to be honest. And just like all the latest TVs, this one has a screen protector as well. You're going to see a yellow tab in the corner, and you just want to pull it like this. And real quick, before I get this all plugged in, look at this. It uses a 3-prong connection, and it does have a ground. So this is a beefy TV so far. So as I mentioned earlier, this is not a full review because I had a lot of filming to do, but I just want to give you guys some of the basic features that this TV have to offer. And I will tell you that it does have a fantastic picture. And I can't wait to get a little bit more deeper into some demos so I can look at it and give you guys the best response. But let's take a look at the design of it real quick. Now this TV does have this nice bezel on it. I really like the design on it. And it's got a little mesh right here in the center of it to make sure the TV looks square. And when I put this together, I decided to put the feet on the insides, and they're going to measure about 31.5 inches apart. So it'll fit most tables. On the bottom of it has these little indicators, and this is for hands-free voice commands. And you can just flip that over so when the lights are off, you know that it's working. So my understanding, this TV uses the new MediaTek 9816 processor. It's good for ATSC 2.0 tuners. It's going to give you 4K and all that good stuff. But overall, using this TV so far, it's pretty snappy. Just like all Google TVs, you have an app store so you can download entertainment, different things. You can do YouTube TV, Kodi, and there's a whole list of applications in here, and this will vary depending on where you live. And over here you can scan for channels if you have an over-the-air antenna plugged into it. And again, some of these things we'll get into in the main video. You have your picture settings. You can see there's even a calibration setting down here. You have your screen settings so you can zoom into it. Different sound settings, including you can use the remote control to customize it with the room, which is great. And then you have audio outputs. And it does support headphones as well on the back of it. Over here we have a new gaming settings, and you can see it has FreeSync, and that's for up to 144 Hertz in spurts if you're using a computer with a very fast graphics card. And then you have high refresh rate, which basically make everything smooth when you're gaming. Now when it comes to storage, you're talking about 19 gigabytes. It has ambient mode, so you can have different things pop up on the screen when you're not using it. It's kind of like a screensaver. And if you want to customize it, you would literally have to go into Google Photos and set all that up. You can cast your phone to it, but I don't think this is for mirroring your phone. It's just basically if you have YouTube, you have Apple AirPlay and HomeKit. Now this is a new feature and I want to try it out here first. As you can see, I added a webcam here on top of the TV, and they have a feature called Camera Smart Function. And with this feature, you can use hand gesture to do all these different devices as long as you leave the camera on. This is how you would set it up. You would go to Custom Gestures, Experience It Now. It's going to open up my camera. And now you give it hand gestures. So I can do 1, 2, 3. And now it's set up, ready to go. All right, now we got it set up. Let's give it a try. Put one finger up. And you see that it's setting up the mute. And it muted the TV. Let's say if I want to turn the TV off, I can just say peace. I'll move my hand so it doesn't turn off. And if I want to play or pause the content, I just go like this. And if you have something planned, then it will automatically pause it. Now, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but I will tell you this. If you add a camera to your television, you're probably wondering about your privacy. I don't really think about so much like that. I don't do anything that's going to really be something bad. But I will tell you, if it's something that you don't want to add, don't add it to your television. It's that simple. For other people, they might find some useful options with that. But again, it is your options. Now, when I unboxed this TV, it had these little things on the back. I called them hood scoops. And come to find out, that is actually a speaker in there. So it's going to help build up that surround sound, especially if you use the remote control and configure it to your rooms. So this is SDR content, and it's not recorded at a high resolution, but it looks like it's doing pretty decent for upscaling. So we'll go a little bit more further in this in the full review. So I want to show you guys a quick movie clip, and this is an older movie, and you can see a little bit of grain in it, but you have all these different settings to clean it up. But overall, the upscaling is working really well. Now switching over to gaming, you can see that it does support 4K up to 120 Hertz. Under TV details, it supports everything automatically, which is great. And if we go over to the video modes, again, you can see that it's going to support your auto low latency, variable refresh rate, Dolby Vision. So you have everything ready to go for gaming. Another feature I want to show you guys, if you press on the menu button on the remote control, you have this new gaming menu. And over here, you can do frame view, and that pops up this little frames up here. So while you're playing games, you can see what it's doing. You have darker details. You have FreeSync off and on over here in the corner. But as soon as I turned that on, you see these frames did drop and then it came back up. You have brightness, you have refresh rate, and then you have a menu. And this will bring out that bottom menu so you can go through here and do all your different settings, which is a pretty cool feature. Another thing you want to do is that you have what they call HDMI format. And you can see down here that this TV will support 144 Hertz and 240 Hertz. So that'll be interesting if you have a PC that will do that. But a gaming console is going to max out 120 Hertz. Now gaming on it's buttery smooth. And one of the cool things I like about it is that it has an awesome sound. So if you have a TV like this, you definitely want to put it a little bit closer to the wall so that bass can reflect off the back end of the wall to give you that rumble. But yeah, this is what gaming looks like on it. I'm probably getting too fast here, so I think you guys will be happy with that. So here's my impression on this TV so far. They are coming in at a little bit more premium price, so I wish this was moved from an 8-bit with frame rate control to a 10-bit panel, so that might play a role in some of the colors, but I still have the U8H. And eventually I will get to filming them side by side so we can see the differences. But some of the things that I really like about this TV, I love the fact you can adjust these bass. You can't move it up and down, but at least you can, put it on a table that's smaller. I love the fact they added those additional speakers on the back of it. So that's going to give you that better surround sound if you're the type of person who don't want to add a separate soundbar. The remote control actually has a light in it. And I will tell you, I love the new gaming menu because that can be a game changer to be able to see how you're playing and have a lot of controls over the gaming. But that's all I have for now. I got to get busy filming the full review for you guys. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit it right now so you'll be the first one notified when that video is released. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.